Hey everyone, I wanted to look at 2021 as a whole and talk about what I was able to accomplish and the top 3 things that I did or changed in 2021 that has helped me along my journey the most. For those of you that are new, my name is Marie. I struggle with several different autoimmune diseases and I'm on a wellness journey to make my health life better, to be able to walk, to be able to do things with my family. And here we go. So I look at 2021 as a whole because if I didn't, I would probably become discouraged and think that everything that I tried didn't really work. So I was getting ready to make this video and I was thinking back, what was I able to change in 2021? And honestly, I was able to change a lot. And I'm glad that I decided to talk about this because had I not, I probably would have went into 2022 discouraged. So what was I able to actually accomplish? Well, when I first started making videos in 2021, I was struggling to walk. The fact is, I was struggling to walk in my own home. I would have enough energy to walk in my own house throughout the day, and that would be about it. I was not able to go to stores and walk around. I was not able to walk around outside, like around the block. If I tried to walk around outside, I could do a quarter of a mile only and then pretty much be sick for the rest of the day because my body would just stop working altogether because I didn't have enough energy to keep going. So anyone dealing with autoimmune diseases, no, this is not easy. It is not easy. I don't just change a few things and magically start walking again. This is a hard journey. And I chose to start talking about this on this channel so that I could take a look back at where I started, what did I change, and how far I've come to give my own self hope. And along the way, I hope to give others hope and hope to make changes that maybe others could try and also work in their life too. So what are the 3 major things that I did this year that helped and what was I able to accomplish? So like I said, in 2021, I was only walking a quarter of a mile, if that, outside, and I couldn't even do that every day. I had to do it like every 2 to 3 days sparingly. Most of the time, I only had energy to walk inside my own home. But where am I at with that today? So I shockingly, and I'm able to go outside and walk up to almost a mile at this point. I'm able to cook dinner. I'm able to walk around and do things in the home that I need to do. And then I'm also able to walk. Now, I can't walk every day. I do have limits where if I walk a mile one day, I can't walk a mile the second day. I have to rest 1 to 2 days before attempting the mile again. But I have come far, a great distance. From a quarter of a mile to almost a full mile is mind-blowing to me. And there's 3 things that I changed in 2021 that helped with this the most. So I did change and do a lot of things, and I am documenting everything that I'm trying and doing on this channel. But 3 things that stuck out to me the most, that changed or impacted my health the most, not the slightest, but in the biggest areas that I could find, are the 3 things that I'm going to show you right now. So the first thing is, I did do a video on this, and it was supplements, enzymes, and betadine. I don't even say that correctly. Oh, well, it's called betadine. I'm sure people pronounce it differently than I do. But by adding this before I eat, I was able to accomplish a few things. One, it helps the rash that I develop on my face from lupus rash. Secondly, it actually helped give me a little bit more energy. Now, it wasn't a lot or mind-blowing energy, but I think, and I'm just going to guess here, that I was struggling to digest most of my meals. And so I was getting rashes, I was losing a lot of energy. And so this, along with super enzymes, just helped me digest whatever it is that I'm trying to eat. And it did make a marked improvement, enough that it made my list for 2021 on the biggest things that I did to improve myself. So that has helped, and it has helped me walk a teeny bit further because I think, and I'm just guessing because I'm not a doctor, or anything like that, but I think that it allows me to digest my foods easier. I'm not developing rashes. I'm walking. I'm not as tired as I was. So the second thing that I changed or did this year was I got and you can just see it through the shirt, a continuous glucose monitor. Now that was key and I didn't even realize why. So I'm continuously monitoring my glucose. I'm still wearing it into the new year because I'm still learning about my body. But the one thing that it did was I realized that I can eat certain foods that are on the no list to most people that struggle with their blood sugar, but also things that are on the yes list I can't have because it spikes my blood sugar and I didn't really know. So a lot of my go-to meals were bad for my health and I didn't even know it. So I've had to switch what I'm eating and my go-to meals so that my blood sugar is more controlled. Now, what that did is after I began about a week of actually controlling my blood sugar during the day, I actually gained more energy from that. So I was using up a lot of energy with blood sugar spikes that I didn't know I was having. I mean, yes, I knew I was having some of them if I would have ate pizza or pasta or something like that. Yes, I know it would spike the blood sugar, but there were other foods that I didn't understand how high it was spiking it and that there were better options that I could choose that my body does a lot better on. So it showed me that how individualized we are and how different we react to everything. But in the end, after controlling it for only 1 week, I gained more energy and I have attributed that to helping me walk further whenever I try to go for a walk. So that was really big with the energy levels. It was big enough that I felt it. Like I literally felt more energy and energized and thought, okay, so I was expending some of my energy with blood glucose spikes, even though I thought I was controlling it with the keto diet or something like that. So if you're having, if your A1C is creeping up there or you're having suspicions that your blood sugar is not quite right, check it out because I think you're going to be surprised as to what's spiking it and what's not spiking it. And it just put a whole new meaning to individualized food plans because, like I said, there were things spiking it that I didn't even realize were spiking it. And I thought I was on plan when I wasn't. It wasn't healthy for me. And that's the second thing in 2021 that I changed that I really love and saw a lot of benefit from. And then the third thing, I have actually not talked about this on a video yet, but I will make a separate video that goes into more of a discussion on this. But this is something that I drink every single morning. It comes in powder form. It's called EDTA, calcium disodium, and it's 60 grams in this bottle of calcium disodium, EDTA. What this actually does is it's a powder that I mix with water. I mix and then I drink a little bit of it every morning. Now, this is what actually almost by itself, I went from walking a quarter of a mile to almost a full mile just by drinking this in the morning. Now, there's a lot of discussion behind this of whether this works, it doesn't work. It worked for me. And so I'm going to talk about it in a separate video because it actually it claws the metal out of your body. It's a whole other topic for another video. But if you're having any issues with metal, it helps your body eliminate the metal. Now, I did not know I was having issues with metal. I had no idea, in fact. So what I did was just try it out. I spoke to my doctor at the time, asked if he, did he think I was having metal toxicity problems? And he gave me what his opinion was on it and if I should try the supplement or not. And I ended up trying the supplement and walking from a quarter of a mile to a mile. Now, it wasn't like drinking it in a light bulb switching on and off, like One day I didn't walk a quarter of a mile and the next day walk a mile. It wasn't that fast, but I did started noticing improvements every day that I drank it. Something else would improve along the way. Now I'm going to talk about this fully in a video because it was actually pretty remarkable, but it made the list of my top 3 things in 2021. Those were the 3 changes that I make, I use and take to this day, and I'm bringing it into 2022 to see what I can do to try to improve further. Now, like I said, if we didn't look at the year in a whole, we might get discouraged and think that what we're trying and doing doesn't help, because you don't go from being completely unhealthy to being healthy the next day. I wish it worked that fast, but it takes years sometimes to unwind and figure out what the heck is actually going on and what will actually help me make better improvements. And like I said, I like looking at it as a whole, because I was feeling pretty much like a failure of, this morning I was thinking, here we go, closing out another year, and I can't walk large distances still. And I thought, well, this year, I didn't do what I set out to do, because I was looking at my overall end goal and thinking I hadn't accomplished that yet. And so I felt discouraged. But when I took a look at where I started and where I'm at right now, there's no reason for me to be discouraged, but I'm actually really hopeful and encouraging for 2022 to see what changes can I make in 2022 and how will that impact my health, and will I be able to push the limits on how far I can actually walk. So that is 2021 kind of in a nutshell, so to speak. And what do I foresee in 2022? So like I said, on this channel, I'm charting my wellness journey as accurately and as much as I can, because I want to look back on this to see what was happening when I first started. How was I feeling? What was I able to do physically? And then where am I at now? How have I progressed? And also to give others hope. So along this autoimmune journey, there's not a lot of hope. There's a lot of sadness and feeling lonely. And I don't want to feel lonely even more, even though I have a really good supportive husband and a supportive family. Sometimes I just want to talk to someone that understands what it feels like on the inside. And that's what I'm hoping to accomplish with this channel. So for 2022, I see nothing but more good things, and I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep trying until I get to my end goal. And my end goal is being able to go on a family vacation and not worry about not being able to walk, to be able to enjoy the vacation and not worry if my body is going to shut down because I've expended too much energy doing whatever it is that we're doing. Because whenever you leave your house and you go on trips or do whatever it is that you do, there's a lot of unforeseen things that can drain my energy very quickly. And so it's very hard for me to get out there and not worry about what can we do, what can't we do, how, am I holding everybody back, that sort of thing. So that was 2021. And it's also a look into 2022. I hope to see all of you here in 2022, continue to grow this family so that we have a place to come, a place to discuss, and a place to talk about our health. And what are we doing to actually improve it? All of us are so different, and what might work for me might not work for you. And so if we talk about it and discuss and kind of network, maybe we can do this together a little bit quicker. You never know. So those are my hopes for 2022. I hope to see you in 2022, happy, healthy, and finding what works for you. See you guys in the next video.